Think you've got what it takes to school the suits, wreck robotic riffraff, and decipher the gibberish terms of Oklo and Multi-Slacker? Time to sit down, shut up, and relinquish your turn, cause class is in fucking session. Welcome to a crap guide to Toontown Corporate Clash. This is totally an original idea! Fuck off! No memberships, no paywalls, just pure, unadulterated fun. Let's take a moment to remember that while Disney's Toontown Online got a facelift, it was the fans who yanked it from the digital grave and make it kick ass again. They fixed up the glitches and gave birth to Toontown Corporate Clash. Fuck you, Disney! Let's get the fucking character creation out of the way. You birth your own OC Toon. For example, name her Captain Snark. You make her a rabbit because rabbits are the best Toon type. What? I'm a cat? No, that doesn't matter. Said what I meant what I said, dipshit. Once we're done, we get put into the first real task. Learning basic movement and controls, while also learning basic human interaction. Yes, this is a co-op game. No Toon truly fights all the characters in this game solo, like, they're the only Toon left standing after a global paint thinner squirt gun party went too far. Pretty much all of the fights in this game are designed around everyone participating. Cooperating is the name of the game, and if you aren't working together, you'll be heading back to the playground depressed and upset. Calling out everyone out for stinking worse than last month's cheese and buffalo ass burritos will divide your chances of winning by half. So maybe being a bit nicer than a League of Legends player after a loss is actually viable. Your health is your laugh, and if you're happy, you're in good health. You earn 1 maximum HP every level you get, and each task you complete will fully heal you back up to fighting shape. How do you know your laugh? There's a species shape icon that has your Toon's primary color with 2 numbers. One's your maximum laugh, and the other's your current health. When something decks you hard enough across the lungs, your Toon gets knocked out and goes back to town. And you have to look at cute pictures of cats until you're back up from your depression about capitalism. You can see your health as well as your allies. Don't ignore that, you donkey! If you ever feel like shit's going bad, it probably is. Let's talk about weapons. From the piddly and pathetic level 1 gags to the premier and professional pummelings at level 8 gags, each track has its own progression that you gotta worry about. We'll go down the list in order so that you don't confuse yourself. The game has you pick 2 of these at the very start, and I'm gonna warn you, do not pick Trap and Tune-Up, at least at the very start. The game warns you against doing so, and I'm going to warn you. Tune-Up and Trap is like eating rocks. It's just painful starting out. And another fucking thing, don't pick Trap or Zap without Squirt or Lure. Zap is the useless without Squirt, and Trap is useless without Lure. Doing so is like eating a fresh piece of dirt candy. Gross, dirty, and unpleasant. Thank God the game warns you about this. Also, the only one the game doesn't warn about is Lure and Drop. That's about as useful as a drop of water in hell. With that being said, let's describe some of the choices you can make. Tune-Up is your buddy's therapy session with an accuracy boost for the heal target as well as healing your own emotional baggage. Safe bet to have a way to stop the literal depresso espresso fest that some bosses have. Trap is like dynamite, actually literally. Powerful and deals so much damage that it feels like your e-girl left you for a different femboy. Useless without Lure, but it's the kryptonite for executives. Not only if they survive literal dynamite, they suffer a minus 10% defense down for 2 whole turns. What's an executive? They're the robotic spawn of Popeye, boasting increased health and damage and spiffy black suits. And speaking of Lure, let's spill the beans on its accuracy issue. It's like trying to hit a bullseye while wearing a blindfold and tap dancing on marbles. Lure gently persuades your enemies to take a step forward and lean in. Only 2. Uppercut them like a shitty lemonade! Hitting an enemy with Lure and they're as helpless as a turtle on its back. For a good few turns, the enemies can't act. Not just that, you render them so helpless like a Twitter user after losing an argument that if anyone decides to use Throw or Squirt, they take increased damage based around the gag's level. But if you miss it, you're left without dealing any damage to the enemy, resulting in salt aplenty. Perfect for when you unleash the pain with Throw or Squirt, lured foes meet knockout combo. And if you prestige Lure, oh, you're asking,
Eileen, what the fuck is a prestige, you goddamn bitch?
Sacrifice a point for the prestige of a track. Fewer tracks, more firepower. Think of it as trimming the fat, but leaving the muscle. Tune-Up makes your heals so damn good that they make the oncoming comedic assault that much better. Trap makes it punishing the executives much more rewarding, granting a super buff in damage and making the punk more likely to fall to their death. Now thank you if you shut your gob and let me explain. Lure's prestige, a powerful accuracy boost to the inconsistent accuracy, makes the killing blows more killy. That's not a word. Didn't ask. Cope, seethe, mauled. Throw is your basic bitch move. It does the trick. It's also the gift that keeps on giving. Hit an enemy with Throw and suddenly all your gags below Throw on the list See that enemy as their new chew toy. Time for an uninvited surprise party. Not to mention having one of the best procedures in the game, allowing you to deal damage and heal from the bitch slap you just gave them. We call that slap therapy. Squirt's just a weirdo. It hits the main cog you shoot with liquid death, and any cog that's near it gets soaked with so much water that it gives Sonic the Hedgehog a damn aneurysm. Any cog that's hit by this is rendered so bogged down it makes hitting them with any other gag a breeze. Zap has a chain reaction mechanic that's tighter than your aunt's purse strings. Problem is, without Squirt, your chances of dealing damage with it are akin to the chances of this video going viral. Zap prioritizes moving left up to 2 enemies per jump, so shock your foes with a little strategy. Not to mention, Zap's prestige gets stronger with each level, dealing more damage to those it jumps to. Zap is better than Sound, and if you disagree, you can suck fat nards! Zap leads us to the slippery world of Sound. Alone, you're like a one-man band at a mime convention, but with friends, you're dropping audio bombs that earn you the Encore badge, which increases the damage of your next gag by 8%. But hey, don't spam it unless you want your damage to drop faster than my hopes of becoming a rock star. Spam it again and you're winded. 2 turns of being the lamest tune in town. Your sound ain't gonna hit that hard with a pants-shittingly high minus 50% sound damage penalty. Now let's crown the king of comedy, Drop. It's like the Thor's hammer of gags, obliterating most cogs and their minions with ease, hitting them so hard that you damn near one-shot most cogs on the same level or higher as the gag you use. The name Drop is pretty damn accurate, as anyone hit by it is dropped faster than sick beats in a club. Outside of the absolutely abysmal accuracy, that is. Drop is the best gag in the game, and if you disagree, you can suck fat no. My recipe for success for starter choices: go Drop and Squirt, drench 'em and deck 'em. That's just how you roll. Just remember, Drop may miss like you're drunkenly pissing on a sidewalk, but Squirt stops the enemy from dodging. Squirt and Zap are great too. Free hits for Zap? Hell yeah. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a date with Rainmaker and a CEO to send to the guillotines. Now you know how to play Toontown Corporate Clash. You're welcome. Thank you to Planet Clue for editing the video. I appreciate all that you do. And if you're looking for a good channel to watch, go watch their videos. They have a Toontown Online video that I think is a little underrated.